What's good, everybody? Here on YouTube.com. I appreciate everybody coming through today. Today, we will have another serious talk. And I know it looks different because it's nighttime here. Y'all are used to me going live here in Pattaya, whatever it's morning time here, about 8 in the morning, but it's not. I want to tell y'all this Asian food keeps defeating my stomach. Like, I was just sick for days and days and days. And maybe it's because I started antibiotics again, but now I'm sick again. Not necessarily sick, but just diarrhea sick. And I'm sick of that shit. Now, before we get into today's topic, I told Rilla, and I've told everybody, that I have had enough of Asia. Like, I haven't been to all of Asia, but it's time for a change of scenery. I sat down with Al Greaves yesterday, and we did a 2-hour interview. It was either an hour and a half or 2 hours long. I don't know, but very long interview because he was really cool. Like he was cooler than I thought. I mean, it's not that I thought anything would be wrong with him, but I didn't think he was gonna be that cool when I met him. So we just had like a little vibe when we was talking. So we was able to speak very well for a while. And that interview should be dropping tomorrow. It's being wrapped up on being edited right now. But he said, I asked him, how long could you be out here in Thailand? He said about a month and then it's time to go. And for guys that are pro South America, like big time, he and I think they may feel the same way, where it's like, hey, I can be out here, it's cool. But if South America is your vibe, it's time to go. And Justin, that girl that I had on my thumbnail was not blazing. She was not blazing. She was black, African to be exact. Uh, I don't think you will be seeing very much of any more Asians because it's time to go somewhere else. It's time for me to leave the continent, so you might not be seeing that anymore. But I'm thinking about India, Kenya, or Ghana first. The flights, for some reason, are high as hell to fly straight from Bangkok to Kenya. So I'm thinking maybe Thailand, then India for a bit, then an African country. Yes, Anonymous, thank you very much for paying attention to that. Yes, that's very true. And don't worry, when I get to Africa, I'm going to hit the whole Africa. Now, if I go to Africa now, the thing is, I need to catch Europe while it's warm. So I'm going to go from Africa to Europe and then tour Europe while it's still hot and then come back down to Africa. But I at least want to do one African country and then come back because Africa's not going to get cold, from my understanding. The majority of Africa is pretty much hot as hell all year, from my understanding. So, yeah. But I'm ready to go to Africa. I'm ready for a change of scenery. A lot of people are saying that India is racist. I know many Indians that I've met here in Thailand. I've met Indians in Vietnam. I have their number. I've met Indians in Cambodia, and I've asked them, and they all say it's not racist. I even talked to a few Russians from Moscow today, and I asked them, is it safe for Americans to go to Russia right now? Because I know, whatever. And they say, yeah. All of them say, yeah, which I thought so, yeah. What about Black Americans? And they said, yeah, no problem. One guy was like, I don't know, but Black people have been there before, so the only real risk with going to Russia is you get there and let's say shit hits the fan and they declare war on the United States. I don't think you want to be in the opposing country as a U.S. citizen at the time that happens. Patrick Black, have you been to India? Because the Indians that are from India know, I mean, they've been saying otherwise. But I'm gonna go to Africa. I'm very ready to go to Africa. The chick that I was dealing with out here that you see in the thumbnail, she was African. And when I saw her, at first I thought she was Blasian from a distance, right? And so I walked. If she was Blasian, I was just gonna leave her right there because I've been in Asia for a while. Um, and I'm really ready for a change. And so I approached her and I asked her, where are you from? And she said she was from South Africa. I was like, shit, I've been waiting to meet you. So when I start talking like that, that's how you know it's time for a change. Now they said don't go to South Africa; they are westernized. I can believe that from direct experience. I can kind of believe that. It's not from what I've seen. It's not that far off from dating in the United States. Not that far. It's a little better, but not that far off from what I've seen recently. Okay, so don't carry any weed to Russia. I don't even smoke weed. I'm gonna read this super chat and we're gonna get into today's topic. C Jayaka, $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Austin, Fred, and Floyd made the Passport Bros popular. Uh, and I tell you who put the real kick in it. I already was going viral, but whenever Floyd went viral, right after I went viral back in what was that, early February, late January, whenever he was with his "She's So Pretty" video, that made the movement take off even more. That just added a little extra punch because I was already viral, but it added an extra punch to it. Now, if you guys have been following me for some time now, you know that recently my name was slandered. Somebody had a dog leash on my name and they just drug it all throughout the media. They drug it. They destroyed my name in South America, or let's say Brazil at least, right? Off of a misconception uh, of intent, a false perception of my intent that was purposely false because I offered to uh, go to their platform and say, "Hey, it seems like there's a misunderstanding. Can I come on your platform, or can we can we do something?" And that was declined, which means that there was no intent on actually understanding what the real intent was that I had. Somebody saw what I did, they thought it was a perfect moment to jump on it, and they jumped on it, they ran with it, and for them, it worked. And congratulations to you, it worked. But the symbolic relationship, if that's the right word to say, cause of that was I was basically forced to not return to my dreamland, which was Brazil, that I loved so much. My life was put in danger, technically. If I ever, a lot of women in Brazil still don't know about it because I recently spoke with someone in Rio, and I went ahead and broke it to her like, "Hey, did you hear about this? What happened to me?" She didn't even though it was on CNN and hit the news 2 times in a row on like 7 different platforms and it spread viral. People still don't know. A lot of people still don't know because everybody, it just didn't hit everybody. Now, let's say I was to go back. Let's just not saying I'm going back. Let's just say hypothetically, I was going to go back and I'm still single. I'm still meeting women. Let's say some chick meets me and she shows her friends, "Look at this American guy I met. You know what? I saw him. Stephanie posted him. She said that he's a trafficker and a tourist, and he thinks that y'all are easy, and he's all these bad things." And Brazil is a country where getting knocked off is not that hard to get done. So that puts me in a situation like, oh, you know what? Go, I'm gonna hire somebody, go get this American. That's the position that I've been basically placed in. That possibility is a lot higher. Not guaranteed it'll happen, but the possibility is a lot higher. So the first time my name was slandered in January, I did nothing about it. I was like, I'm gonna let it blow over. I'm gonna take advantage of the viral moment, do as many interviews as I can, but I'm gonna let the situation blow over. A month and a half later or so, March, it comes back and it gets republished on another news platform, and then the same ones put it out again, and they claim that I'm under investigation. They claim that I am a suspected criminal. I hired a lawyer this time. I said, this time I'm going to do something about it because it doesn't seem like it's going to stop if I don't do anything about it. As you may have seen in the last live stream where I talked about this, the lawyer did a federal and state level research on the state I was staying in Brazil and the federal government, prosecutor's office, whatever you want to call it. I have the sheet. I already showed you. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch the video. There was never any investigation, and there was no current investigation under my name. That means this entire process was textbook defamation of character, which is an offense that you can sue for. And I've came here today to state that I've already started paying, and I've already put close to $1,000, which multiply that by 5 in Brazil, that'd be close to $5,000. In American money, it's not the same, but this is a Brazilian thing. I've already started that process. And it's not about getting the money from the lawsuit. It's about stopping someone from having the ability to paint the picture of who I am, even though I can speak for myself. Other people still won't believe me because this person has a certain level of power in their country. I don't know if y'all remember, there was women I said I knew in Brazil for almost a year, almost a full year. These are women that I've dated, slept with, all that. They know me well. Turned on me and believed this feminist because she has a level of influence. And even though you know Austin personally, and I can get very vulgar with this, but you know Austin personally, you believe this person that you don't even fucking know. Sounds very American, to be honest. But it's still better than America. But I've started the process to sue. Look for MRA focused attorney. I've started the process to sue to stop the name slandering. And it's not just her. I'm going to go after the news outlets as well. Not going to, I already have. That includes CNN in Brazil. Because if you go look at their article, CNN put on their platform that I was under investigation. You know, and I was telling Al Grease this, right? Imagine, first of all, let's say that sex crimes are crimes that you're guilty of once you're accused of it, the society views you as guilty of it. They don't even all they need to do is see a headline and everybody acts different from now on. Just pearly things. I'll be in London very soon. I'll be there very, very soon. I'm gonna stop by one country in Africa and then I'm coming to Europe. So anyway, fake news CNN put up in the article that I was under investigation. I just told y'all. Let me just show y'all the document because we had some people I don't think that was in here last time. They claim that I was under investigation. Oh, let me get back to what I was saying. If you are accused of touching a young girl, let's say, for example, if you're a grown man and you're accused of touching a young girl, and fake news CNN goes on there and put this guy, ex first last name, was accused of touching a 10-year-old girl. The police are investigating first and last name. Do you think the world will do you think the world will look at just the fact that you're under investigation, accused of being under investigation, changes your perspective of everybody from forever? And that's what happened to me. I was not, oh, I was supposed to put out the picture. I was not under investigation, yet it was published on a national news platform, several, at least five. If you want to see which ones they were, just type in Austin Holloman and then type Brazil after that, and you'll see at least five national newspapers in Brazil that I was under investigation. Yet, let me pull this photo up. So, right here, we are going to share for anybody that did not see. This is a translated version of the original Portuguese document that says Federal Prosecution Office certificate that took more than 2 days to come back because they did a search. We certify at the Federal Public Ministry that nothing contained against Austin Lee Holloman, that there was no data ever, fucking ever. Now, let's talk about this. CNN reached out to me back when I was in Vietnam, whenever I got put on CNN. And they said, hey, would you like to speak on this matter? And I'm thinking that I'm on an investigation. And I'm not going to go on there and say anything that, because, hey, y'all already wrote a fake article. I mean, who the hell knows? Y'all gonna ask me a question that's gonna make me, you know, I'm just not gonna do it. So I waited until I got confirmation. And then I reached back out and I said, hey, I need you guys to assist me. My name was falsely slandered. I need you to remove the article you wrote about me or publish a new article with this document that I'm going to send you, which was saying that nothing was contained, and say that this was fake news or say that this person lied on me. I knew that wasn't going to happen. And it didn't happen. I didn't even get an email back. And I messaged Global, which is another news outlet, the same shit. And I see, yes, and this is exactly what they would do. They would edit your talking points to make it seem like you said something else. Yes. And that's why I didn't go on there. Yes, Charles, I did speak with an attorney first. Yes. But that is all I came here to say today. Because I know a lot of people have been waiting and they said, we want to see you do this. Let me read a couple of these. Bro, you said you can smash 365 Brazilian women 365 days. Just take accountability. You're bringing more heat to yourself and the bros. Appreciate your $5 super chat. I did say that? When did I say that? I don't know why I would say that because I've never even on the trips, the first trip I went to Rio, I stayed 7 days. I did not smash 7 women. The second time I stayed 14 days. I did not smash 14 women. So why would I say that? Here's for the lawyer fees. I got 5 on it. I appreciate that $5 super chat. And the last guy that had that question or that fake news statement that he got from CNN, I appreciate that from you as well. Off topic, but are you still going to Bali? Yes, but I don't want to anymore. And even here's another thing. Even if I did say that, right? Where is that going? If I said, "Hey, I can fuck 365 women," where are you going with that? What is that proving? That's something I said I could do. If I did say it, I was referring to me, not your ass. I don't even know you. If you go to London, sign a contract that guarantees you 90% of all revenues generated from any appearances you made. Of course, of course, of course. Of course. I appreciate that $20 super chat. So if you guys want to, sorry, my voice is great. If you guys want to contribute to the fund, which so far we're looking at, since it's Brazil, it's only like $4,000. I don't need. Let me just say this: I do not need money from any. I'm gonna do this regardless. Regardless, I'm gonna do that. But if you would like to contribute, you can always donate it at Cash App at $ Austin Holloman, PayPal, Austin Holloman at Gmail, or you can leave a super chat like other people are leaving right now, or you can donate to that GoFundMe. For some reason, I can't log into the GoFundMe anymore because I don't have my old phone number, so I got to go through this whole process. So I can't make a new one yet. But the one that I do have, it does still deposit money whenever people do donate. But I appreciate that if you do that. But this was more so of me just announcing this. And I would like to say this too. The money that what would be cool is the money that you would get from the lawsuit could be put back into the community of us as like an expat community, just not in Brazil. Now, Anonymous right here said, and we'll get into that another time. Anonymous right here says, well, don't go to countries you don't want to. Your lack of enthusiasm was shown in the video. So let's talk about this too. Y'all know I have a preference, right? It's not Asian. It's not Asian. And there's nothing wrong with Asia. It's nothing. Asia as a continent is beautiful. It's beautiful. Hold on. Okay. I got to quit reading the chat. Asia is beautiful. Food. I mean, it's Asian food, beaches, it's beautiful. Everybody's polite. For the most part, everything's clean. Being black is great in Asia because everybody respects you. I haven't been really anywhere where people disrespected me for being black. I mean, you guys have seen my videos, especially in the Philippines, where people are they're just loving it because you're black in the Philippines. Still not enough. I've been to 4 countries and I've been here 4 months. That's enough time. Okay. Africa or Europe would be nice. India will be a nice middle ground. But about me having a lack of enthusiasm, I don't know if you guys have noticed. When I first got to Asia after I left Brazil in January, I was not missing days uploading content. If I did, it was like very rarely. Like when I had Kate with me, I was posting daily, daily, daily. I really wasn't missing any days. Did anybody notice around the time I got to Vietnam, or it may have been the Philippines, I started missing days? But I'm gonna tell you when I really started missing days. When I got back to Thailand. This time, I got back to Thailand. And specific, I got back to Pattaya. This is my 6th week in Pattaya in less than a year. What else am I supposed to record? I know y'all tired of seeing me go to the fucking gym. I mean, tell me what you think. Are y'all tired of seeing me go to the gym? And another announcement, I'm on antibiotics again. The 3rd time in 2 months. Really like 5 weeks. 5, 6 weeks. I'm on antibiotics again. Because the air quality is not it. And what you're gonna see is when I vlog, I'm not really enjoying. It's just like, yeah, oh, I'm over here again. Look, food. Oh, look, tuck tuck. Oh, gym. I'm tired. I need another culture shock. This is a weird world where people pay to troll. Keep doing your thing, Austin. I appreciate that. That is odd. That is odd. Appreciate that super chat. And like I said before, like most black men, like most black men, and y'all know this is not our only black channel, but I'm just talking to the black men for a second. Most black men want black women. I just find that to be true. Most black men want black women. You can tell you're going through the most. You can tell that I'm just here right now. I'm just here in Asia. Like it's not. I'm just here. No, you won't be seeing a wedding with Kate ever. But yeah, I'm back on antibiotics. Amoxicillin. You see that? I can't fucking breathe. The last woman that was in my vlog was not, she was African. The signs are telling you. And yes, you're right. Too much antibiotics is not good. You can develop antibiotic resistance from taking them too often. And I'm not gonna keep doing this shit because I'm not gonna build up resistance. This is the last time I'm doing it. I can't. I'm not in Africa yet. I'm not there yet. But who would agree that most black men want black women? And just because you know one person or if you yourself don't like black women, you are one out of millions of American black men. Most black men want black women. That's why so many of us go to Latin America, because it is a close place where you can find black people. You can fly to the DR in what, 4 hours or something like that, and there's black people there. And I don't think people go here, but next door is Haiti, and that's full of black folks. You go to Brazil, full of black people. I don't know how full Colombia is, but I know that there's plenty of them. I know Costa Rica has, like, what is it, 13 million black people or something like that. It's a lot of black people. And Costa Rica, Nicaragua had there was slaves throughout the whole damn thing, from my history class teachings. And when slavery was over, they didn't send the motherfuckers back. I mean, some of them. I will agree with this about Cambodians. A lot of them do. There is a certain Cambodian that certain looks have that they damn near look black. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, I'm out here right now. I just had the running bubble, the running diarrhea. You know, when you go fart and you shit on yourself? I had that. It didn't happen to me, thank God, but I had that for 5 days straight. Got over it. I got over it 2 days. And I just found out again I got it today. I'm sick of this. He said, what? Turn off that what? Turn off that air con. Oh, you talking about the air? It's loud? Oh, you're talking about that. No, I've been using the air conditioner in every country I've been to. Brazil, Philippines, like, I don't know what the hell's going on. But I'm staying sick here. Just 70% of your things. Appreciate that super chat. Thank you very much. Now, now, let's talk about where we're headed to next. And let's talk about this. And I hate to play race into it. Is Asia a black man's paradise? Put a one in the chat if you think so. Put a one in the chat if you think Asia is a black man's paradise. Put a two for no. I'm in Pattaya right now. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of twos. Tell me, why do you, if you believe that Asia is a black man's paradise, tell me why. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it is. I'm just asking. I want to hear my audience thinks. Not. I will tell you this: it is a white man's paradise. It has been a white man's paradise for a while. South America has been a black man's paradise. And believe it or not, at the same time, white men have been going to Africa to get African women. I met women from Africa that said that they've never messed with a black dude. So what the hell was you doing in Africa? So people said that it's a black man's paradise in Asia because you get more respect than in the United States. Agreed. Price, the women, safety. Agreed. I mean, the women is opinionated. I mean, it depends on who you are, but the price and the safety, yes. Submission and cheaper cost of living equals paradise. Oh yeah, and beautiful beaches that nobody sits at. The beaches are beautiful here in Asia, but you never see nobody at them. I went to the beach in the Philippines, didn't see nobody there. I went to the beach and I've been to a few beaches in Thailand, and it's like 17 people on the beach at best. Go to Brazil, dude, it's like hundreds, damn near 1,000 people at the beach at one time sometimes. Like to the point where you're sitting next to people, like you have to sit next to people in Salvador. I'm in Pattaya dealing with the same antibiotics, and Liafen pills are working as well. Ultravin nasal spray is magic here. I can DM you photos. That'd be great. But let me tell you this, that's a lot to deal with. That's a lot. You gotta be on antibiotics and all these pills and nasal sprays and shit. Now, to each appreciate that super chat. To each his own. To each his own. We all have our preferences. I don't ever put down a certain continent of women. I don't ever say, oh, you shouldn't date Asian women. I've never said that. Date who you want. But don't force me to date anybody. I mean, even if you guys see when I first got to Thailand back in October and I walked up to the chick and I was like, hey, do you want to be my friend? Do you think I'd really say that shit if I was like somewhere in South America? No. I said that because I did that for the video. And I didn't really have enough motivation to like make up anything funny. I was just like, hey, you want to be my friend? Like, and she's like, oh no. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. I didn't give a damn anyway. What do I think the black man's paradise is, Austin? Is somebody asked me. Is what somebody asked me. Well, for me, as you guys know, Brazil was my paradise. And apparently not just me, because Al Grease, the guy I interviewed yesterday, made a 3-part, actually about to be a 4-part movie about black men traveling to Brazil to date and marry. So this isn't new. Now, where else is a black man's paradise? I know Colombia and Brazil, even Argentina, are a few. Leave a comment on where the other black men's paradises are at. Tell me what's great about Cambodia. I love Cambodia too. It'd have been better if I had somebody to show me around, places to go. I did all the touristy stuff, but places to hang out and stuff like that, it'd been better if I had somebody there to show me. But What do you love about Cambodia? I would go back. It was nice. Not going back no time soon. Because whenever I leave this continent, I'm not gonna be back for a while. Yes. And this is why I say that Asia is a white man's paradise. White men have been in Asia for a very long time. Like, you have to think about colonization. The Portuguese were even in India. The Dutch were, I believe, the Dutch were in Indonesia, right? Or the Dutch were here, the Germans were here, the British, the French. So Asian people are used to white people. Even the Vietnamese women in Vietnam have French features when you look at them. Once you experience Asia or South America, you don't want to come back. If you don't want to come back, that means you don't want American women anymore. Absolutely. And once I got back from South America, I was done. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I appreciate that super chat. Uh Austin, how do you feel the success or approach is for a black man in Asia versus South America? I'm assuming success or approach. Success or approach. I need you to leave another comment elaborating on what you mean by it, because I'm not sure which way you're asking me. I know about Atlantica. I believe that's in Salvador, right? I went to that's the beach that nobody's really at until the weekend, I think. It's very local. Cold. Oh, and somebody said, I think he means cold approaching in South America versus Asia. Cold approaching in Asia is damn near pointless. Like damn near point, like 100% failure rate. Pointless. I tried it again today. There wasn't she didn't give me no choosing signals, but there was a chick that she had some nice build on her for an Asian chick. I went over there, and the first thing I said was excuse me because she was about to walk away, and she just did me like this. Didn't she don't she could have dropped $20 and I was going to she don't know what it was. I was like, oh, that just reminded me of America where you get rejected before they even know why you're approaching them. Only thing about it is in America, they reject you before they know why you're approaching them. And if they reject you, they're a bitch about it. That's what it's like in America. Uh, Cold approaching in Brazil, like cold approaching, is still like a 60-80% success rate. But you usually don't have to cold approach because if they like you, they show you that. They'll look at you in a way where you can't miss it. In Asia, being black, it's kind of like you're like a fantasy. Like, oh, they're looking over, oh, look, black guy in the corner. You know, somebody, Black Caterpillar, says Thailand is not all of Asia. Thank you very much. You haven't watched my videos. I've been to 4 Asian countries this year. So I think I am not just talking about Asia. I'm these motherfuckers in these comments be dumb. I'm not talking about that Black Caterpillar guy. I'm talking about somebody else. I should ban your ass for saying that. I've heard that Germany is a Black American man's paradise. Yes. They said she rejected me respectfully. I mean, it wasn't disrespectful that but it was still just the principle of damn. She doesn't even know why I was coming over here. I could have asked her, could have been asking for directions. I mean, I really don't care. I don't care. I'm just sharing a story because somebody asked me a question. I don't care. And I could say something crazy right now, but I'm not. But y'all know what my preference is. So it doesn't bother me either way it goes. even half of the rejections happen because of the language barrier, for example. I mean, yeah, but I mean, here's the thing: they don't know that there's a language barrier until you try to communicate. Like, had she been like, "Oh, I don't speak English," and I responded in Thai, I don't know Thai, but she doesn't. She didn't give me a chance to show her, and that's bullshit. But I mean, I don't care. I told you on my preference. I really don't care. I only brought that story up because somebody asked a question. I'm not losing no goddamn sleep behind that. Japan is any man's dream. It's 3 years to get. It's 3 years to get stationed there, and people fight to stay. Families, meaning wife, husband, kids, want to stay there. Well, good for them. I appreciate that super chat. I will be there one day, not right now. So I really want to hear more about Vietnam, and the content would be lit. Yes, I honestly should have stayed in Vietnam a little longer. I had this Australian chick. She invited me to go to Hanoi, Vietnam with her. I believe it was Hanoi. And I was ready to get to Cambodia. I think I should have stayed in Vietnam another 10 days in Hanoi because Vietnam was lit for me. Like, there was smog there too. There was a lot of the same things that I may complain about in Thailand there, but that energy, that I that's the only way I can describe it. That energy that was in Vietnam was just on point. Like, everybody, that people are friendly everywhere pretty much I've been to, but everybody was like that friendly, that just that friendly. It was very cool. So I'll go back. No, there's no difference. It's just a skin color. I will give it as at least the chick was straightforward. Yeah, she did save me a lot of time, I guess. It's better than her giving a number and not texting back or leading you on when she does give you a number. So yeah. But Vietnam is very conservative. Yes. So conservative to the point where the whole pay for play thing is illegal. Completely. I mean, I'm pretty sure it still goes on, but it's illegal. But it's not so conservative to the point where you can't have a good time. Let's talk about this too. I put up a short recently where I'm in the Passport Bros group. Let me get some. So I'm in the Passport Bros group on Facebook, right? And a young 23-year-old black guy leaves a comment. And he says, "Hey, this is my first trip out the country. I want to go enjoy the women, have a good time, and I want a wifey girlfriend experience. Kind of like what my experience was first time in Brazil." He said, "I have three places in mind. I want to do Brazil, the DR, for y'all don't know DR, Dominican Republic, or the Philippines." Correct me if I'm wrong and you're in that group, but it seemed like overwhelmingly a lot of people thought the Philippines was his best recommendation. Now, from all the propaganda I've heard about the Philippines, they say, "Oh, this is the greatest place to find a wife. These women are so traditional, so religious." So when I hear that, I don't think I'm going to go do a lot of fucking. And this guy said, "I want to enjoy the women." Plural, not a woman. He didn't say, "I want to go enjoy a woman." He said, "I want to enjoy the women," as if he's talking about more than one. And anyway, when you say enjoy women, most dudes are talking about running through women. Okay, that was you? Okay. So people are telling him to go to the Philippines. Overwhelmingly, when I was in the Philippines, I had plenty of guys. See, youngster, you can't go down there and run through a bunch of women. Those are good. They traditional down there. But then somebody asked, where can I go enjoy the women? And y'all tell him to go to the Philippines. Now, I'm pretty sure if he said, I'm gonna date one woman, two women in a month, yeah. But when I hear somebody say, I'm going to enjoy the women, that doesn't sound like one woman. So his other two options were in Latin America. I'm gonna let you know right now, I haven't been everywhere in Latin America, but that Latin culture is, I think, gonna fulfill what you're looking for. Because in Latin America, you have plenty of women that are on the same time as you that want to have a good time just like you. Then you have plenty of women that aren't and that actually want a husband. So you get the best of both worlds. You can have both. Now, let's talk about this. I heard that Cebu is the spot to the go-to spot for women in the Philippines. Now, Floyd had a good time in the Philippines. I was in the Philippines for 20 days. And people were still telling me, oh, youngster, you just need to stay there longer. How fucking long do you need to stay in the country before you start feeling it? And I'm not putting that country down. But what I was saying was everything is not for everybody. That's not because I couldn't hook up with the women. That's not because of whatever bullshit reason you think. Because I fell in love with Vietnam. I didn't fall in love, but I loved it. I didn't fall in love with it though. I loved it. I would go back. I would trade Thailand for Vietnam. Yes. If I was to pick which one to expat in, Vietnam. But guess what? I've never slept with a Vietnamese woman. So it's not about the fucking women. I knew I liked Vietnam the minute I got off the fucking plane. And I got even the music that the driver was playing. That's another thing. The music that the driver was playing was Vietnamese. So when I got in the car, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in an Asian country now. Like I'm actually feeling the vibe. That's what I travel for. I travel to feel a different. I want to experience something different. Stop playing American shit. Cardi B and the baby are in the same city I'm in right now. So it doesn't seem like American music is going away anywhere here in Thailand. I think once Cardi B gets through with the Thai women, they'll be calling you the N word to your face. They'll be calling you the N word to your face by the time she leaves. Yeah, you're right here, faceless man. You should have given it 8 years. Don't be a quitter. But Vietnam, I fell in love with Vietnam. First trip, first day. I stayed in the Philippines 20 days. I climbed the waterfall, went G.I. Joe. What is it, not G.I. Joe? Whatever it is, through the jungle. Went to the beaches. Nobody was there. Went to all the malls. I explored. I just wasn't feeling it. The speed wasn't up for me. You might go there, you may have a good time. But for me, no. And I don't have to like it. Just because you fucking like it doesn't mean I have to like it. What's the difference between Vietnam and the Philippines? Okay. So Vietnam versus the Philippines. I think I did a video on this. I did a live stream on this while I was in Vietnam, I think. Vietnam has way less tourists. Oh, I'm thinking about Thailand. Okay. Sorry. Well, it has less tourists than Thailand, is what I was about to say. Vietnam versus the Philippines. Number one, Vietnam has excellent internet. Let's say that right now. The internet in Vietnam is 5G and it behaves 5G. In the Philippines, there was a lot of places I could just walk to and the internet drops or it's constantly reloading. That's one. From what I seen, it seemed like my money went a little further in Vietnam. It seemed like it went a little further. I'm trying to think. Women were way more receptive in Vietnam. That vibe was just very, I don't know. I mean, it was very localized. And I didn't, y'all, I'm bulletproof at this point because y'all can say what y'all want. I got a video showing otherwise. I went to the Philippines. I went into the province, the little small country town. I'm sitting on a short ass plastic, little plastic chair, and I'm eating a duck out of an egg. Go watch that video if you haven't seen it. So I went to the Philippines. I didn't go just to the big city. We went to the province, stayed there too. Yes, Cambodia is the best country to save money I've been to so far. The best. It was super cheap there. But somewhat, it was super cheap though. If you go grocery shopping. But to compare it, how else would I compare it? Again, the music. It seemed like Vietnam had its own culture. I mean, everything was so rich in culture in Vietnam. Not to say I'm not saying that the Philippines doesn't have culture. Cause yeah, I gotta watch my words because somebody come up out the woodworks talking shit. Appreciate that $10 super chat. The Philippines is not that it didn't have culture. Oh, and one thing about I don't know if all no, it wasn't all of the Philippines. Ho Chi Minh City was full of rats. There was rats just running around. I worked at this gym. There's rats running around in a damn gym. When I was in the Philippines, me and Floyd was eating a damn rat, jumped on top, big rat, jumped on top of the table. Not the table we was sitting at, the table next to us. Now in Manila, somebody told me that roaches are everywhere in Manila. That's true. The roaches at the restaurants. I mean, the dude was making my sushi. I look behind the counter. Roaches are behind him. I don't know what they're going to do about those roaches. But hey, it gets to a point where out here in Asia, you just got to say F it and say YOLO. Got to eat or you're going to starve. Which one you going to do? We got another Vietnam fan. And you're not gonna be a Vietnam fan until you go there. But it's just very I think got so much culture, so much history. It was just Ho Chi Minh City was lit. I loved it. I go back there in a heartbeat. And here's the funny thing. I took one of those roaches and brought it to Cambodia with me. So I'm unpacking my stuff in Cambodia. No, I'm unpacking my stuff in Vietnam. This roach that made it through the baggage claim. Somehow he survived the flight. I thought it was freezing when you get that high up in the sky, but he survived the flight. Unless those bags are heated too. And the plane lands. I get to my room in Vietnam. Open up my bag, a damn roach comes running out. The roach doesn't follow me to Vietnam. Luckily, I stepped on him quick enough, and I think it was only one. Now, why are there so many roaches? I don't know. I haven't seen one since. I didn't bring it to Cambodia, I'll tell you that. Somebody said, would I rather deal with roaches or rats? Holy shit, that's a hard comparison. Let's talk about, but there's no more roaches. I got rid of all of them, if there was any more. He's still somewhere dead in my bag, though, because I didn't see him fall out. Now, but I have unpacked that bag, so I don't know where he's at. Fuck it. Rats. The reason I'm going to pick roaches over rats is because a damn rat can actually bite you and hurt you. That's the only reason. Only thing about roaches is they don't go away. They don't go away. I think God blessed me and sent me a roach that didn't have babies. But I never seen a roach in Colombia. I never seen a roach in Brazil, or I know there's roaches everywhere, but I'm just saying that's a problem. Never seen a roach in Cambodia or Vietnam. I mean, they're everywhere, but there was not in my room. The one time I seen a roach in Brazil was at a buffet, and I don't even eat at buffets. And I went to get the rice, and the damn roach came running from under the thing, and the shit had two babies on his back. Like he had two babies holding onto his back. It's fucking disgusting. Your analytics say you should make some more content with Kate. Well, those analytics are going to have to fail. Thank you for that super chat. But I didn't know that roaches. I actually have heard that roaches can survive a nuclear attack, so it makes sense. That's why they were able to survive up in the sky with freezing temperatures for 3.5 hours. Would I rather deal with raccoons or rats? I've actually dealt with both at the same time, and I think I'd rather have the raccoons. Rats just do way too much. A roach can crawl your ear, sure can. I don't even want to think about that. Okay. Which country has the most mosquito problem? Let's talk about that. So for some reason, flies and mosquitoes are extremely bold in Asia. I didn't really notice this in South America at all. There are these huge flies in Thailand, all the Asian countries I've been to, that literally fly on your leg or your arm You dust them off and they jump right back up and come back down again. You dust them off, they jump right back up, come again. They jump right back up. It's almost like they're magnetically stuck to your damn skin. And they're annoying as hell. And they'll fly in your face and in your ear. Mosquitoes, I've been using coconut oil. And mosquitoes don't bite me, but they bother me. Meaning that they won't get out of my face. They keep getting all on me. But they don't. I haven't had a mosquito bite since I've been out here. I'll tell you one thing, she won't be traveling with me to Africa. Which Asian city would you recommend for remote work? Internet quality is important to me. For sure, anywhere in Thailand. All 5 places I stayed at, except for one. But that was just that place I was at. But all 5 places, the entire Thailand, from what I understand, at least in the big cities, has excellent internet. Nowhere in the Philippines. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have internet that's good there, but they don't even have the reputation of having good internet there. I'm gonna have to give it to Vietnam and all of Thailand. So Ho Chi Minh City and all of Thailand. Thailand meaning Bangkok, Pattaya, Phuket, Chiang Mai. All those internet qualities are the same over there. But Ho Chi Minh City had 5G internet. My YouTube videos that would take me, that wasn't on, what was it, 2.4? That's a regular internet. A YouTube video would take like 3 hours to load on that. 3 hours to upload. But in Vietnam, it took like 5 minutes. So, yeah. I think that's what I'm going to have to start doing, is hiring a tour guide. Go on Tinder and just find a tour guide. Because that's all y'all care about. Well, not all y'all, but a lot of dudes. That's all they want to see is the women. And hey, y'all know I love women. Y'all know I'm about the women too. But I mean, goddamn, if I don't have a woman in the thumbnail, y'all not going. That's why I clickbaited y'all. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how I clickbaited y'all. My views were going down to the drain. I mean, I'm posting a video. I'm waking up. Let me show y'all why I did. Let me just share my damn screen. She was not Blasian. She was black. She was from South Africa. She was full black. Let me share my screen. Oh, yeah, they was real mad about that clickbait. That's fine. So right here, hold on. I meant to watch that a couple days ago. So if we go to my channel, these are my last videos, my latest videos. So let's start from here. We got me. I thought the machine gun would have got me some views, but it didn't. 5,000 views 2 weeks ago. This chick really wasn't a good picture. 16,000 views still. This is Kate. 18,000 views. Same chick that was over here in Cambodia. 11,000 views. That's all right. Then Austin reunites with Kate. You got her. 31,000 views. Why I like dating black women outside the United States. Got an Ethiopian chick I found on the internet somewhere. 16,000 views. Google to be exact. And you got David Bond, 6,000 views, 6,000 views, 7,000 views, 6,000 views. I'm used to my videos doing 10,000 views in like 4 hours. 4,000 views. And we put a lot of work in on this Indian video right here. 6,000 views. Then I say, you know what? Let me try to see if this gonna raise my views back up. So I was already talking to her. So I just threw her on the picture. I woke up in 2 hours. This video had 5,000 views. So this video right here has been up 5 days. It hasn't even reached 5,000 in 2 hours because I put her on a goddamn thumbnail. 5,000 views in 2 hours. I reused the old picture of Thai chicks. I reused this picture. 19,000 views in one day. Then we got me and Al Grease, 5,000 views. You see what I'm talking about? So I'm gonna have to ask him now, send me a picture of you and a Brazilian for the thumbnail. Because otherwise, these dudes are not gonna click. Now I appreciate my loyal supporters that do click anyway. You know, those are the I guess, you know, it might not be getting all the attention, but I'm getting the right attention from my loyal supporters. But that's not how Google AdSense work. I make the most money when I get more views. But this is literally the same photo that I used when I first came to Pattaya 5 months ago. So y'all see how y'all work now. And that's why we did it. They trying to find out where her Instagram is. Y'all can have it. I mean, I'm not gonna give it to you. But she seen my channel, and at first she was like, no, I don't want to be involved in all that drama. I was like, oh, that's old. They wrote those articles months ago. A bunch of Kate sips in the comments is what they said. Yeah, a lot of y'all do need to go jack off. Yeah, they do this a lot. I appreciate you, Marty W. I will. Do you use paid subscription for Bumble and Tinder? Let's talk about dating apps. I've talked about it before, but let's talk about it again. I hate dating apps with a passion. Where's my other phone? I got banned on Tinder in Brazil. I didn't even use Tinder. I didn't even need to use Tinder in Brazil. I used Tinder in Brazil maybe 10 hours. Not even that's what no. 1 hour in total. And I went on one date. I've went on 4 dates my entire life on dating apps. And I've been using dating apps since 2020. I went on 4 dates. That's how much they don't work for me. And I use the same photos that's on my IG. I'm not that they're linked. I'm saying that I pull photos from my IG and put it on there. And I only went on 4 dates. But I do pay for Tinder, and I do just waste time just swiping. I'm gonna tell you, for me, for some reason, Rilla and the Digital Bromad, they have no problems getting dates or numbers off of dating apps. But I don't know what it is. Even in Brazil, even in the United States, even in Colombia, I cannot do date. They just don't work. They just don't work. I go walk out to the mall, got it. I can kill it in person. I can kill it. Dating apps doesn't work. Instagram works. I don't do it. I don't like online dating. I'm an in-person guy. I like to actually socialize. I hate Bumble though, because the women have to respond first, and they don't like that. For me, appreciate that $10 super sticker. Appreciate you loyally coming through for months since I first started. Tinder's trash in Brazil. Yes, it is. It really is. Like if you have never been to Brazil and you get on Tinder, you'll be like, "What are these dudes talking about? There's not a lot of beautiful women." Don't ever. Let me. Fred said this on his channel, and I'm gonna repeat this because it's so true. Stop basing a location based off what you see on Tinder. If you go to Rio de Janeiro's Tinder and you set your location for there, you are not going to see those same quality of women that you see on these YouTube videos. Take your ass to Rio and you're going to be flooded with those types of beautiful women. But here's another thing. It sounds easy, right? Give the viewers what they want, get one or two new tour guys. I even told some women, like, look, I'll pay you to be in the video. I'll pay you per video. Or, hey, just go out to eat with me and I just need to be able to record the whole little date and that's it. Or, if I want to do go-kart racing, just go-kart. I'll show you a good time. I don't need to fuck. I just need to put you on video for my channel. They still decline that. So it's really like getting a Kate, that was hard to do. Getting a Kate in Brazil, there was a reason there was no Kate in Brazil because I could have had one, but they in Brazil, their whole culture is I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be on camera. I don't, and that's kind of why there was such an outrage about the whole situation. But the difference with me is that those women knew that they were on camera, like they were talking to the camera for extended periods of time. But even the chicks I was dealing with in Brazil, I said, "Hey, can you be on my channel?" The chicks that I did put on my channel, I had to go through a bunch of chicks to even get one on there. It's not as easy as it seems. Dating apps still not working for you, Southeast Asia. No. They said really using fake pictures. But remember what you did to get subscribers, what you got to do to keep them, it seems. Let me tell you what I actually did. When I first blew up on YouTube, I got 16,000 subscribers and I never, well, I did, but no. I never showed women. All I did do was hold my phone on TikTok and talk shit. And then I opened up my YouTube account and I sat down at my desk and I talked shit and I gave my talking points, just like Alpha Male Strategy. He just sits in front of the camera and I blew up doing that. I didn't start showing women until I left the country. So people strictly come to me, or originally came to me for information or entertainment, however they viewed it. They still do, because even the vlogs that I have where I don't have a talking point, like why I like to date black women outside the United States, but I'm still showing you everything. If I don't have a talking point, those don't perform the same way as when I do have a talking point and I show you what I'm doing throughout the day. Thai friendly, I don't know about that. I've tried Thai friendly. It's literally, you might as well go to order a Russian bride website. Like that's the vibe it looks like when you. I've never. It's not really that attractive. This too, they're looking for older guys on apps. Maybe I need to change my age. They're looking for older guys on apps. Yeah. Real is 31. I'm 24. Next month, Real is about to be 32. So maybe I should change my age. Let's see. Let's try that. I'm gonna put that I'm 29. Because people think I'm 27, 28 anyway. So I'm putting that I'm 29 on Tinder. And I'm gonna do a boost. Appreciate that $10 super chat from Aaron. In Asia, do you think it's easier using dating apps or in person? Uh, any Asian chick that I've had success with, I met in person. I've never met one chick off a dating app in Asia, not one time. I mean, I've gotten a number, didn't meet them. I met no. I forgot. I met Kate on a dating app. That was like okay, so yeah, I met two chicks in Asia on a dating app. Never had this success again. In person, no problem. But they're not my preference either. So that doesn't mean I'm not running. I can guarantee you I'm not running through women out here in Asia. I'm definitely not doing that. I can guarantee you I'm not. Because I made that clear. Are you feeling Brazil withdrawals? Absolutely. I've been feeling them since I left. That little cute one with the Brazil jersey that kept giggling was fine. Oh yeah, I remember her. Austin has some of the best receipts of any of the Password Bros non-pros too. Yeah, thank you. PP said non-pros. I'm gonna put 28 years old though. Grow a full beard. No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. Let me get my other phone because I had to get a whole new phone number just to get on Tinder. I think somebody reported me on Tinder while I was in Brazil because I didn't message them back because I wasn't using it. I didn't need to use it, so I probably matched with somebody and just was like, I don't need to use this shit. Plus, women on dating apps take too long to respond anyway. I ain't got time for that shit either. The hell you give me your number for? Yes. He said, I'm not surprised you met Kate on a dating app. Yes. They said Marty. Fred said Marty playing both sides. And this is what I don't like. I don't like assumptions. They assume you have less money because than an older guy. And here's the thing: just because your ass is 50 years old, don't mean you have money. It's just that usually dudes that have money are older. But there's plenty of 50-year-olds that's making 30 grand a year. But I know what you're talking about. That is what they assume. Because I had a chick that I met on a dating app, not met, texted on a dating app here in Thailand. And she turned out to be somebody else, right? And she's like, you're too young. You're not going to spend any money with me. And I was like, I just want to watch a movie. But the fact that she said, you're too young, you're not going to spend any money, which was dumb, right? Because I had enough money to get to the other side of the damn world. And apparently I got enough money to stay out here 4 months. So I got money coming from somewhere. But I'm not giving you no money anyway. But yeah, I think that may be a reason because all the dudes that are claiming that they're having hella success are like at least 7, 8 years older than me, and like really, the Thai women love him. and he's older. Hey, he can have that shit. I'm not finna age myself out just to no. I'd rather go somewhere where people are already loving me. Yes. Gerald Fears, I would love to be on your podcast. I was actually talking about doing a podcast recently. If you would send me an email at austinholloman@gmail, we'll talk about how I can get started. And I'm getting out of the Asia continent, so the time zone will be better. Sir, I've tried everything. He said you have to give honey a chance. When I was in Vietnam, I went to the bee farm. I never posted that vlog. I got this honey. I take it every morning. It's like some sort of honey paste, but they made it on the spot. And I bought 3 jars for like $50. It does make me feel a little better. It's not enough. Still on antibiotics. But I appreciate it. And yes, I am on Rumble. I guess this live is just a freestyle at this point. Thoughts in Australia? Yes, it's just very expensive right now. And they have those huge spiders, and I really don't have time for that shit. I really don't. I don't like spiders. I hate them. And those spiders in Australia are literally like this big. Literally. Well, for some reason, my other phone, I can't connect to my hotspot. I've been in this Airbnb for 2 weeks, and the lady still has not gave me the fucking Wi-Fi passcode. It's pissing me off. But I'm gonna increase my age on Tinder and see what happens. I'm put 28. And if I start getting matches and start getting dates, I'm gonna go ahead and leave Asia. Because that's gonna turn me off. Like, okay, I had to, so I gotta age. You know what? I'm out. I said Floyd. Fred said, shut up and come back to the land of milk and honey. Oh God, you know I'm ready to get back over there. I would drop it right now. Yes, absolutely, Todd. Act and be your age. You cannot get that time back, so enjoy your youth. Yes. Thank you very much. You know, we speak personally. But yes, I am. I had told myself the other day, I really just want to be a 24-year-old right now. That does not mean I'm going to get wasted, drunk, and wreck my car. No. That means that I've already done a lot of work. I'm going to continue working on myself, yes. But I do just want to enjoy my life, my 20s, like everybody else did. Man left us the roaches, bro. Bring your ass back. Yeah. Oh, left us to eat roaches. Yeah. As soon as I got the time, I was eating roaches. And I didn't even swallow it. Somebody said I'll be pulling in workers if you raise it. Yeah, anonymous, that's funny. Thank you very much, JB. He says you're way more advanced at your age, bro. Do you good? Bro, you good. Thank you. He said Brazil miss you like a MFer though. Whenever you do come back, your channel definitely gonna blow up. Yes. Yes, it will. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to come back and then leave and then post. And somebody tell Philly Dom, I thought I told him already. Philly Dom got that Stephen Story guy on his channel. Stephen Story is the guy that sent Stephanie Ribeiro saying, "Hey, don't Stephanie, don't look for Austin and Salvador. He's in Sao Paulo." Wait, Stephanie, he just left Sao Paulo. He'll be back though. That's that guy. And then he said, I got him ran up out of here and I'll help next time. He's on Philly Dom's channel. I told Philly Dom, watch out for that guy. Because Philly Dom posted some similar stuff to what I post. And I'm like, that guy's gonna get you, he basically gonna get you locked up. Probably even killed. And he said he'd be careful. And then Philly Dom posted an interview. And this guy, Stefan, is talking about what it's like to date in Brazil. I should turn you in now. But I appreciate all my supporters. I appreciate all my supporters because my supporters were in Philly Dom's comments letting his ass have it. They said Stefan is still going at you on Twitter. Let me see. I don't know what for. What is he gonna say? What can he say? I mean, he already said as much as he could, but that's like, what else is there to say? If somebody knows what he's talking about, tag me in a tweet where he's talking about me. Here's an allergy hack. Every country you go to, please buy their local honey and pop. So yes, I was advised to do this as well. When I was in Dallas, I tried the local honey, no problem. I tried the local bee pollen, the little pieces of bee pollen, put me in the hospital. It said get a teaspoon, what is it, a tablespoon or teaspoon, whatever it was. It said it on the thing. I took it. 5 minutes later, my tongue was the size of an apple. My eyes was red. I was itching everywhere, bumps everywhere. Heart was beating off fast, and I had an asshole girlfriend that was pissed off because I was having an allergic reaction. But yeah, it's 1 o'clock here in Thailand. I was gonna go out. I don't think I want to anymore. I think I might actually wear the same thing tomorrow, which is just a tank top. Because right now it's Songkran, so everywhere you go, people are spraying water guns and pouring water on your head everywhere you go. Okay. A whole girl with not mispreference. Songkran, that's how you say it. Songkran, sang, whatever it is. It's their new year. But probiotics do help a lot. So at this point, y'all, we're just freestyling. Put on one if you want to keep me freestyling for another 10 minutes. If not, I'm about to get off. Everybody on Twitter is saying they want me to go to an African country next. All right, we'll do another 10 minutes. Somebody said, why do I never smile? Go look at all my videos. Allergy shots. I've been needing to do that. I've been needing to do that since I was in high school. Get allergy shots. You made a backwards move. I think this may have been the guy that snitched on me. Yeah, I think this may have been what it was with him. I probably was talking to some chick that he knew, and he saw an opportunity for me to get hurt or go to jail. So he's like, I'm gonna get this NIGGA locked up. They said, "Do you have any idea why you were need subject to needing the pills, the antibiotics?" Well, it's not only were they putting fake news on Austin Holloman, they're also using biological warfare. Yes, the detractors have sent biological warfare against me at this point. Yes, there's a lot more people out here from with Rolling Loud and Songcrying and all that right now. There's a lot. Let me tell y'all this. There's a lot of beautiful white women out here right now. A lot. Like a lot of like I was in the gym the other day and I was just like, holy shit. But they don't be choosing like that. They're not really choosing like that. Like they just maybe if you go to Europe, yes. But they here when I see them in Asia, it's very rare that they choose. You better believe they choose at me. I'm not gonna miss it. Is it easier to get the Asians or Europeans here in Thailand or in Asia? The Asians. Yeah, they say it's a hit or miss with the white girls. Yeah, it's definitely a hit or miss. I'm pretty sure if I went to Europe, it would be better because when you go interact with people in their home country, they're different. Like try getting a Brazilian in Texas, and then try going to Brazil and talking to a Brazil. It's not going to be the same. I've met Colombian women in Dallas, and she might as well have been Hannah Montana. I mean, she was very Americanized. Her mother was from Colombia. She was born here in the United States. She was for sure a U.S. citizen. I tell you that. Went to Colombia, nothing like her. Nothing like her. So I'm just telling y'all right now, the women do not behave the same way in the United States that they would overseas. I make this example all the time. In North Korea, everybody knows North Korea. In North Korea, they cannot pick their own haircut. If they move to the United States or South Korea where they can pick their own haircut, do you think that they're not going to exercise that new freedom? If you bring a woman from a Muslim country where they're not allowed to disrespect men, it's very harsh consequences for disrespecting men. If she makes her way to the United States permanently to live, Do you not think that she's not going to exercise those freedoms? Eventually, she'll wake up and say, "Hold on, I ain't got to listen to my man talking to me like that." See, in her country, she that wouldn't even go through her mind. But United States, when they get those freedoms, it goes to their mind. So don't ever believe that the way how a woman acts in the United States that's from another country is going to be the exact same way they would in their country. It might be similar. Like the Colombian women and the Brazilian women, well, not the Colombian, but the Brazilian women that you meet in the United States, they might be similar. But don't expect them to be the same experience that you're going to get. That's definitely not it. I mean, let's look at Mexicans. I've met Mexican women in Vietnam, sweet as ever. Like they made me feel like I was back in Latin America. Very sweet, very attentive. I had to block somebody, sorry. Very attentive, just very perfect for what I like. Very perfect the way how they behaved. I grew up in Texas. Plenty of Mexicans in Texas. I knew, and we're talking, their parents was born in Mexico. They were born here. The ones that were born here act just like Americans, just like regular Americans. They have a little bit of a difference, but the Mexicans in Texas that were born in Texas, pretty Americanized. But the ones from Mexico, nothing like them. And I don't know what it is about people thinking that people don't become Americanized. Guys, when I was in high school, they taught us that during the Industrial Revolution, when a lot of what was it, Western Europeans started moving to the United States to get an industrial job, they had to make a new term called Americanization because these people, like the Greek soldiers, had a uniform where it looked like they had on this big dress. Men had on dresses. And in the United States back then, men they're wearing dresses now, but men weren't wearing dresses. So they had to Americanize them. And hey, you don't wear clothes like this. You need to speak English. When they start speaking English, they can start catching on. This is nothing new. So what the hell makes you think that an American Mexican is no different than a regular Mexican? They're different. Yeah. And like he said here, Mexicans in Texas are different from Mexicans in California. Yeah. So that's even within the United States, different races of people act differently. Just like black people in Louisiana act nothing like black people in New York. I mean, they act similar. They're black, but you got to think down there in Louisiana, they got that get on, what they say, come on in here and eat. You know, they got that, they used to at least. I don't know. Well, maybe Louisiana still got it, but they got that come on in here and eat. You know, that come on, you want a plate? From what I heard, New York ain't nobody offering you no damn plate. Who offering you a plate in New York? Is that bad? Yeah, ain't nobody in New York give you no plate. Now, somebody in the comments here says culture of where you're from is bigger than race. Yes. Get a plate of knuckles in New York. Yeah. They're rude for no reason up there. I noticed that. Like just for no fucking reason, they can be rude sometimes. But all right, y'all. It's 1:20. I appreciate y'all being in here for the past hour and 45 minutes. I'm about to go to sleep. He said that's the first time he heard me sound country. Uh, my accent slips out a little more when I'm talking to a woman in English because it's like a real relaxed. Um, I'm very relaxed, and my accent comes out then. Stephen Clare, I appreciate that $10 super chat. I remember we had some words in the comments one day, but it's all good. I appreciate it. That money will be put towards the fund. And remember, if you would like to donate, the Cash App is $ Austin Hollywood. But as you can see, I'm getting tired. He said, I can tell you're from Texas. Why is that? Yeah, Mexican women in Texas are lovely. I think that I had the best experiences, especially when you go down south. Dallas, forget about it. They're no stay out of dating in DFW. I went to Austin, Texas. Man, they got those sun-kissed, orange, beautiful Mex. I mean, they look like they came out the jungle Mexico, like the Aztec Mexican, like the original Mexican. Like they look like that down there. And that's when I was in Austin, and man, I loved it. Like they were so much sweeter down there. Thank you very much. We're gonna keep giving you that younger perspective as well. Yeah, they look they look native. They look like the native Mexican down in Austin, Texas. And I heard even further south, of course, the further south you go, the closer you get to Mexico. But that's why I want to go there. I'm about to go to sleep, y'all. Why didn't I relocate? I was actually I was gonna move to Austin, Texas. I had a barbershop in Dallas, and I had read the tax-free wealth book, and they said find your favorite place that you love to visit and open a business there. And that gives you a tax write-off reason to go back and forth to that place. So I opened up a barbershop in Austin, Texas as well. And Austin, Texas is my favorite city. So I can go travel to Austin and be on vacation. And as long as I'm training my barber, it's still a business trip and it's tax deductible from the miles to the money I spend on the whole trip. Every dollar I spend. Unless if I'm spending money on like clothes. But even if I bought drinks at a bar, it's still a tax write-off. So I was gonna relocate there. I had that barbershop for I only had it was like a little small suite that I was testing out, and then I was gonna make it a bigger one. I had it for about a year. Was it? Yeah, I had it for about a year, but it didn't work. It wasn't as profitable as I wanted, so I shut it down. And then a month later, I got fed up with dating in the United States, and then I got on this. And then I started wanting to travel. And then I traveled and my whole life changed. I haven't been the same since. And that's why you should travel too. But that's the last question. I love y'all too. I love you too, Todd. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe if you have not already, share this live with somebody. Leave a comment on what you thought, what you want to see next, what topic you want me to cover in my next vlog. Leave in the comments what topic you want me to cover my next vlog. I want to wake up to something that I can elaborate for like 10 minutes on the vlog. Cash App, $, also Holloman, PayPal, also Holloman, Gmail. I love y'all. It's that bad.